It's sticky, tricky law. The European single market consists of all the EU member states. Other countries have access to it, but they must follow the rules in order to do so. As a consequence of Brexit, there is still a question as to the UK's future relationship with and access to the single market. The European single market aims to be an area without borders or barriers to internal trade. It is built on the 4 fundamental freedoms: the free movement of goods, the free movement of people, the free movement of capital, and the free movement of services. The free movement of goods means that products should not be faced with barriers when crossing borders between countries in the single market. For example, quotas on the amount of products, as well as customs duties or tariffs, are prohibited. The free movement of people means that those who are entitled under the EU treaties have the right to travel and move freely between the member states. Subject to certain conditions under EU law, EU citizens and their families have the right to work and reside anywhere in the EU. The free movement of capital refers to the easier movement of money for investment and trade. The free movement of services means that companies or professionals have the right to establish themselves and to offer their services throughout the EU. Member states must remove barriers to free movement. This includes national laws which could act as barriers. For example, member states cannot tax their own products more favourably than those from another EU country. Exceptions to free movement for national laws are only allowed on certain grounds, such as national security, public policy, or public health. The laws and rules of the single market are set by the EU member states acting through the European Council and the European Parliament, and they are based on what was agreed in the EU treaties. They decide on how the single market is shaped and how it works.